Why do you feel it's so important to be able to deliver this program to females of colour?
Well, I just feel like we're the lowest on the totem pole, right? So we're not only are we of color, but we're also female. So we're found that we're lowest on society structure to not be able to strive and progress higher in society, right? So we have the highest rates of single motherhood, of our kids being put in jail, incarceration. So I feel like if we are able to have a different foundation, right? So we're not going to be just on welfare and being in project housing. If we are able to create a foundation for women that they're able to grow on, kind of teach them and then let them build on that foundation.
Absolutely, and certainly the pandemic has widened that racial wealth gap. I mean, people that we've spoken to, single mums, and not just single mums, but a lot of women of colour are saying that I suppose the Black community wasn't quite as well prepared because they didn't have the same level of savings, and because a lot of them working part-time, temporary or casual employment, say a lot of those are in the hospitality industry. Once the pandemic hit, they were the first impacted as far as losing their jobs and subsequently losing their income. So what's actually happened is widen that racial wealth gap, and particularly for women of colour. Incredible goals to help elevate women of colour that have been struggling through the pandemic. What are your thoughts about our partnership?
I'm really excited for it as well. I feel like you guys have created such an amazing program that's going to help so many people. I'm so honored that you would even consider me to be added onto this program. And I think our programs actually blend really well together. So I'm looking forward to this.
Out of that partnership, what we want to do is to offer 100 women of colour the opportunity to get a scholarship for the program. Can you just briefly touch on what women of colour will get as part of the program with Feminine Wealth Mastery?
Yeah, so Feminine Wealth Mastery is a program to help you start your entrepreneurship journey. So if you have an idea for a business or you have a side hustle and you're ready to take it to actually build a real business, so that's incorporation, that's getting your EIN number, your DNB number, creating a strong business foundation, being able to build a website to market your business. Our Feminine Wealth Mastery is a year-long business startup program.
Fantastic. And the value of that program is $7,500, but you were saying that the actual built-in value is actually much more than that. Can you just expand on that, please?
Yeah, so by the time you finish with the program, you're going to have a full website developed. You're going to have a full marketing plan, a full marketing, social media marketing campaign. You're going to have your business set up through, like I said, the foundation with the EIN number and the LLC or the S Corp, whatever way you decide to go. So you'll have your full business set up, which is valued typically anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000.
That's amazing. And as far as women that are maybe looking at starting the program, how can this really help them to get out of where they are now, to change their financial reality?
So what we found is that most women who are working a typical job aren't able to save on a regular basis. But women that work a job and possibly have a business on the side, or they're full-time business owners, not only do they have more time for their families, but they also are able to save extra money on a regular basis and be able to reach additional goals. Feminine Wealth Mastery was created because I, in the past 10 years, have gone through so much in entrepreneurship, right? I want to take that out of starting a business for people. I want to give you, everybody that is taking Feminine Wealth Mastery, the information that I learned and cut out all the negative things of it, right? So you don't have to do the hard knocks. I already did it. And it's going to, by the time you finish the program, you'll have your business up, running, and making money by the end of the year. Effectively,
you're giving people a set of tracks to start and launch and run a successful business.
Right, and keep it going, right? So many people within 5 years, small businesses stop. I've been doing this 10 years. So having to be able to have that longevity, and like we were talking about, creating that wealth, that generational wealth, being able to hand that business down to a child, a nephew, a cousin, maybe handing it up to an aunt.
Can you just touch on your experience about how you've not been able to deliver the program as you would like to women of colour because of the fact of their financial situation?
Yes, so this is a high ticket, what they would call a high ticket item, right? At this price point, it's quite expensive, but it is a year-long program that gives you a full-blown business by the time you're finished with it. So a lot of women of color have given me pushback on the price, but what I've done is I've added up the worth of this program, and it's close to about $100,000 worth of services, products, and information that you're going to get within a total of a year. So definitely the benefit is there. It's just unfortunate that us women, Black women, do not have the money to be able to afford the extra expense of being able to pay this on a monthly basis or as a set package to be able to get discounts.
Absolutely, and that's where obviously having corporate sponsorships is so, and sponsorship and brand partners is so important, and to be able to have those funds there that can allow women of colour to be able to do this, get this valuable program and help elevate themselves financially through starting their own business and learning wealth creation principles. And so I think with what we're both putting together with our financial inclusion initiative and our marketplace, because our marketplace is very much focused on improving access to financial products and services that are culturally responsive, and ensuring that it's backed up with an embedded financial education program. So it's not just about reducing predatory financial practices and giving people access to, I suppose, a one-stop shop or a marketplace of products, services, and information that's relevant to them and their families living in a Black household, but also that we can help elevate people through education so they can become financially independent, become better financial managers, and also to be able to pass that on to the next generation as well. We're launching on the scholarships program, and the first 100 women that register for our program will get 12 months access to Feminine Wealth Mastery. In addition to that, we're also launching a scholarships program to the value of $2,500, which includes 12 months study to master's level in some of the most in-demand e-learning courses and career pathways for a post-COVID economy. They'll get the mentoring support. They'll also get access to the financial education program, as well as to getting access to Feminine Wealth Mastery. So we're delivering a lot of value to scholarship recipients. So why do you feel that it's important that corporate America gets behind our programs and helps support the work that we're doing?
I think it's the same for both. We're in the middle of a shift, right? This pandemic has caused the biggest shift that we've known in this century, right? So why be behind the shift? Why not be ahead of the shift, what's coming up? Whether you are thinking about taking the program, maybe the time is now for you to start your business. There's nothing else that's holding you back. And for people that are thinking about being a corporate sponsor, it's like I said before, it's the right thing to do. So we're in the middle of the shift. Be ahead of the shift, be progressive, and jump aboard to help initiate that change that's coming.
Absolutely. It's about making a statement about a business or a corporate's commitment to financial inclusion, to closing the racial wealth gap, and helping women of colour to truly achieve greatness.
Exactly. Everybody is a part of a society, right? So why is one part of a society doing better than the rest?